guys, happy Saturday. Welcome to Spin Special. I'm feeding on the pedals here. Alrighty. Happy Saturday, happy day before Easter. Let's just start out with some light, easy pedaling to get our legs woke up this morning. Hopefully you have a single small dumbbell. If you don't have one, a water bottle full of water would probably suffice too. We're just going to use that at the last 15 minutes for a few things. So I just started out about 80 RPM. Really light resistance. And let's just sit up nice and tall, open the chest and shoulders. I think we're going to have a pretty nice day today outside too, so hopefully you'll get outside some today because tomorrow looks like it's going to be pretty wet. Alright, so you feel like you're working at about a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10 right now. I mean, you could just do this all day long. So let's start dialing in our pedal stroke. I'll start by just scraping mud off our shoes. We have both legs to start. Get those hamstrings going. And then pull the knees up. Feel your foot hitting the inside of your shoe, top inside of your shoe. Again, it may feel kind of jerky, that's the idea. Work on the pieces and we'll put them all together. And then we're just going to basically shove our toe into the end of our shoe, push across the top. And then finally just stomp. And then smooth it all out. We don't spend much time with the stomping action. That's how we learn to ride a bike, when we just push down on the pedals. So think about applying that force all the way around the pedal stroke now. You want to keep your core gently engaged. Think of it as your bridge between your rib cage and your hips. If your pelvis is somewhat anchored, your legs have something more solid to pull against, if that makes sense. You just completely relax your torso and kind of collapse down, you'd lose all that power in your legs too. So, alright, moving on up to the upper body. You want to have your shoulders relaxed and a light touch on the handlebars. If you start leaning into them, that's when you start being more likely to collapse into your shoulders. Let's add another quarter turn. Gradually working our way up to that flat road. Alright, let's go ahead and come out of the saddle for just about 15 seconds. Just more of a leg stretch right now. Not really climbing or anything, just still getting warmed up. And then sit back down. And add another quarter turn. Now we should be starting to get close to our flat road. That should feel like about a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is lying on the couch, and 10 is you're just ready to die, ready to just fold up and die. All right. So let's go ahead and get that dialed in. We want to find that flat road here. And then start getting our cadence dialed in, our RPM dialed in. So if you feel like your resistance is about what a flat road would feel like, let's go ahead and try to get the cadence up to 90 or whatever your baseline is. Still applying that force all the way around the pedal stroke. So let's go ahead and bring our hands in to the center bull horns, the little bull horns, aka position 1. And try to squeeze your inner thighs a little bit towards center. Imagine you've got a ball between your inner thighs and you don't want it to fall out. Feel how this engages your core a little differently. The only drawback is if you have really broad shoulders, this can be pretty uncomfortable. And we'll stay here for about 20 more seconds. Just going to work through the hand positions somewhat today. All right, try the drops. As long as you can get down there without having to really round your back. You want to still be able to hinge out of the hip. So if this is uncomfortable for your back or your neck or shoulders, come back up here. And try this if you can. And really think about the pulling part of the pedal stroke. Still trying to hold that 90 RPM. Twenty more seconds. All right, in 3, 2, 1, bring your hands back to position 2 or upright. And we're just going to come in and out of the saddle every 30 seconds with it on flat road resistance. So it's going to feel like you're running in place. It's not like you're really climbing. We're still just kind of running in place, not really sprinting. Just having to feel that extra body weight on our legs. And 3, 2, 1, out of the saddle. Again, just feel like you're running in place. Try to have your legs still working in a circle, circular power stroke here. Come in here with helmet here. I rode my bike over here. So got a little seat time in on the way. Sit back down. Yeah, sometimes it almost feels like it's easier to be out of the saddle with more resistance. Notice notice if that's the case with you. We're gonna do that 3 more times. So again, in 3, 2, 1, up, running in place. Core engaged, shoulders relaxed. You're looking down the road. There's a pretty good south wind outside. Not as strong as that north wind was on Wednesday, but definitely breezy. 3, 2, 1. Sit back down. I've been trying to find some headbands to keep my hair out of my face, and those seem to be in short supply as well right now. 3, 2, 1. Back up. Shoulders relaxed, core engaged. Legs working in a circle. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Have a seat. Now one more. All right, 3, 2, 1. Run in place again. Your rear end's off the saddle. Light touch on the handlebars. Your legs have to hold up your body weight and turn the pedals. Go, go, go. Come on. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Sit back down. All right. So we're going to keep doing this, but now when we come out of the saddle, we're going to add a half turn. When we sit down, we're going to dial it back. So 4 minutes of that. All right, 3, 2, 1. Half turn harder. Out of the saddle. So now you can compare. Is it easier to come out of the saddle with more resistance or less? Kind of like the eye doctor. Is this better or is this worse? 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Half turn easier, sit back down. So making sure you've got a efficient pedal stroke that's using all of your leg muscles. Three, 2, 1. Half turn harder. Up and climb. Little climb here. Ten more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Half turn easier. Have a seat. Two more of those to go. And 3, 2, 1. Half turn harder. Keep it up. Come on. 10 more seconds. Hopefully you got some tunes playing there in your background. 3, 2, 1. Half turn easier. half turn out harder, come out of the saddle. This is the last one of these. Ten more seconds. Three, two, one. Half turn easier back to your flat road. All right. So we're going to build now into a little hill. So we're going to stay for a minute, hold that 90. Basically increasing it a quarter turn every minute. Hopefully you can get to where you're at least a full turn harder than you are right now. Again, think about pulling through the bottom for a few pedal strokes. All right, quarter turn harder, it'd be like 1 gear harder. Slight incline. Try to keep it at 90 right now. Try not to let your cadence slow down. Hold it here. Come on, keep it up there. If you are truly at your flat road to start, and you're on a little hill now, this should be somewhat challenging. Doable, but challenging. Okay, it's about to get steeper, and we're going to stay in the saddle still. All right, another quarter turn. Try to stay at least 80 RPM. Try not to lose more than 10 RPM. Come on. You can scoot your hips back a little bit. Get a little more glute engagement. More seconds. All right. We'll get to come out of the saddle, but it's going to get steeper. Remember, you on that knob. 3, 2, 1. Quarter turn harder. Up. Your legs are like pistons. Pulling up, pushing down. Try to stay over 60 RPM. You got this, come on. Got a big downhill on the other side, so you can do this, come on. Got about a minute and a half till we hit the top. Come on, you can do this. Are we having fun yet? All right, one more minute. If you can make it steeper and stay around 60 RPM, do so. Reach those hips back a little bit. Get more power out of those glutes, hams. Come on. 40 seconds, you can do it. 30 seconds. Stay strong, you got this, come on. Ten seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1. Take it back to your flat road, then a quarter turn easier. Let your legs fly. Minute downhill here. Good job. Relax. This is where you have to dance on that line. Challenge yourself without overdoing it. Only you know how many turns you've got on that knob. All right, take it back to your flat road. Got 2 minutes here. I'm gonna move into kind of a hover in and out of the saddle set coming up, which it's kind of like doing squats on the bike. Also gets the upper body a little more engaged, so I hope Terry's with us this morning. Got a little, see, find out who's a hover lover. So the hover is going to kind of be our bridge today from being in the saddle to being all the way out of the saddle. That's the way we're going to treat it here. And we're going to go through the same different levels of resistance so you can feel how much your body weight loads your legs up when the pedals don't have as much resistance on them. So that's where we're going to start. Big pull horns, engage your core. Oops, that'd help if I tighten my bike up. I've been moving these bikes all over the place. Hips off the seat. Up out of the saddle, all the way, stand up. So your hips slightly shift forward, but they're still more over the saddle. And then sit back down. Now we're going to add a quarter turn. Go ahead and add it now. That slide incline again. Feel that change in pedal pressure. And one motion, bull horns, butt off the saddle, your hips are still reaching back. Your core is engaged, and at this point you are kind of pulling the handlebars back towards your body, at least using those muscles. And then just work your way up. And sit back down. All right. You probably know what's coming next. Too predictable here. All right. Make it steeper. Think about that pedal stroke. Keep it efficient. Getting ready to transition from a seat to a hover. Hands on the bars. Hips barely off. Core engaged. You're looking out over the tip of your handlebars. Don't look down at your knees. on. Now you really feel that load on your legs. Maybe one more. If you want to stay at this resistance, you can. If you want to try a heavier one, do so. 3, 2, 1. And take it up. Resistance, the resistance that is, we're not out of the saddle yet. We want to get our legs going there. I got ahead of myself. All right, now get ready to come out of the saddle. Keep it up, come on. You got this. You want to be anchored without being tense. All right, have a seat. That's another line you dance on. Engagement without tension, excessive tension. Muscles just tightening up for the sake of tightening up don't help anything. They have to have a purpose. All right, take it back to your flat road. So if they're engaging to stabilize and anchor, they have a purpose. If they're engaging to move, they have a purpose. If they're just tightening up for the sake of tightening up, that's more likely a stress response and literally a waste of effort and energy for your muscles. Another way tension kind of sneaks in sometimes is your jaw. If you're working hard on a hill or something, there's kind of a tendency to grimace and grit your teeth and get your facial muscles all tense and contorted. And if you've ever seen some people's race face, again, it's that muscle tension really isn't helping you move. It's just tension. All right, another minute here. We're going to basically do the same thing, except we're literally just going to be like 4 pedal strokes up, 4 pedal strokes down, in and out of the saddle. All right. Okay, we're going to be down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit down. 2, 3, 4. Up. Try to have that smooth transition. Down. We're still on basically flat road level resistance. Up. Down. Up, down, up, and stay down. All right, in 5 seconds. Add a quarter turn. And add it now. Get that little incline going. Stay in the saddle. 3, 2, 1. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up, down, up, down, stay down. Keep your resistance here. All right, in about 5 seconds, it's going to get steeper. 3, 2, 1, get that dialed in. And we're down in the saddle. 4, 3, 2, 1, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. One more time, up, and down. Stay down. And you probably know, go one more time, 1 more minute. Try to make it harder. And make sure you can still smoothly transition in and out of the saddle. If it gets too hard, it's almost like you gotta stop going back and forth. We don't want to do that. So go ahead, add some more resistance, get the legs loaded up. And let's come up, down, up, down. And the pedal strokes are slower. Up, down, up, down. One more time, up, and down. Stay down for the rest of this minute, and we'll get another little stretch of flat road. All right, take it back to your flat road. Sit up tall, grab a drink, make sure you're hydrating. You want to keep your, open up those shoulders. If it helps to bring your hands behind your back, do that for a few pedal strokes. And relax back to the front. About another minute, 20 seconds till we head into our last little set. And we're going to put some of this stuff together. We've been doing pieces of it. We're going to be tying it more together this time. Now the same principle through this whole workout today is in and out of the saddle, but with different types of resistance on our legs. And that's what we're going to do this last set too. I'm just going to be mixing out of the saddle and hovers and up and down, and be about a minute and a half at each level of resistance. All right, so we're at flat road. We're going to come out of the saddle. In 3, 2, 1. You're up, you're running in place. 30 seconds here. Feel how your legs have to hold up your body weight and turn those pedals. Since we're already up, we're going to transition from this into a hover. In 3, 2, 1. Move your hands to the big bullhorn. Start to flatten your back. Reach your hips back. You might feel that seat just grazing your rear end a little bit, but you're not on it. you can do this. Upper body's engaged too here. All right. Sit down and come up. Down, up, down, up. Should be holding that baseline 90. Down, up, and then sit down. All right. Quarter turn harder. Get a feel for it. Out of the saddle. One thing you can try here is bringing those hands in when you're more upright. That works pretty well. Obviously you can't hover here. All right, we're getting ready to hover. Hands out, hips back, flat back, engaged core, engaged lats. Those muscles in your upper back, down to your waist, back side of your waist, rib cage. Who's a hover lover? Or are you a hover hater? All right, sit down and come up. Down, up, 2 more of these, down, up, down, and up. Have a seat. Getting ready to make it steeper. 3, 2, 1. Add more resistance. Get a feel for it. Make sure the shoulders are staying relaxed. Out of the saddle. All right, getting ready to hover. Hands out here, hips back. If this bothers your back, just stay upright. Again, this is your workout. Challenge yourself, but don't hurt yourself. All right, stay strong. This is where the legs are really, you're really feeling them. All right, have a seat, and come up. Down, up, down, up, one more, down, and up. Have a seat, stay here. Final climb, what have you got left in the tank? All right, take it harder if you can. Feel that load, come on up. Steepest hill you got in the course here, see what you can do. All right, get ready to hover. Hips back. Keep turning those pedals. Come on, you can do it. Riding under some low-hanging trees. Now get these people to prune their trees, but we gotta duck under today. Come on. And sit down. Up. Down, almost there, come on. Don't let up now. Up. Down. Up. We're gonna go all the way through. About 15 more seconds. Down. a seat. Dial back that resistance. Time to coast home. You are done. Done with the bike ride. So we're gonna pedal for a little bit, let our heart rates come down. And we've got some stuff off the bike today. Alright, you can let your legs start slowing down. We just want to keep them moving, getting that. Now your muscles help pump your blood back to your heart. Helps with that venous return. And that's the important part of the cool down. If you were just to stop moving right now, stop moving your legs, that blood could pool down to your legs and not get back up to your heart and then not up to your brain, and that's when you start feeling lightheaded and not so good. So all right, let's do some shoulder rolls while we're here. Hands behind the back, open the chest, and just think about it again, lifting those knees a little bit here. Point the toes down for a few pedal strokes. We wouldn't want to do that the whole class, but just like we're tiptoeing here. And then slow it down further. Take your toes up and down. Exaggerate that ankle movement. All right. Let's go ahead and do some, we'll go ahead and get our calf stretches in, and then we'll dismount and move into our toning. So one leg in front, one in back. Let your heels sink down. Press your hips towards your handlebars. Hopefully your breathing is starting to slow down. Heart rate's coming down. Let's switch our front leg. Heels drop, hips come forward. And then we'll do a couple more pedal strokes here. And dismount. So if you have cycling shoes on, I would suggest taking them off for this. It's kind of hard to get a good engagement of your foot with the floor. We're going to be up on our tiptoes, so it's kind of hard to do that in cycling shoes. I'm going to push the bike off to the side just enough where you can still see the handlebars, but also see what I'm doing. Let's see how that, I'm going to turn the phone a little bit too. Yeah. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. I've got a weight, and I'll back that up a little more. I may just use my seat. But what we're going to do here is just use some part of the bike as a light support, like a bar basically. Dumbbell in the hand that's farthest away. So I've got my right side toward the bike. I'm going to scoot it just a little more out of the way. Hopefully, if you don't, like I said, if you don't have a dumbbell, small water bottle and a standard size water bottle would also work. So, all right, that's better. Okay, so stand next to your bike, light touch on the handlebars. We're not, no death grip or anything like that. We're going to turn our toes out. My heels are together. I don't know if you can see that. And we're just going to start. We're just going to hold this hand out and just lightly carry that dumbbell in our hand. And just lift and lower our heels to start. So it's up and down. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Keep the heels up, knees open, and we're just going to go down and up. 1, so a little plie. Feel like you're pointing your tailbone toward the ground. 3 and 4 and 5. And you guys can be further away from your bike than I am. I'm just trying to make sure I'm all on the screen here. 6 and 7 and 8. Sit low and pulse it. 1. Really squeeze your butt. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Other side. I'm just going to do the same side twice because by the time I get shifted over, it's going to be time consuming. So go ahead and get on the other side of your bike, and you're going to be on your other side of your body. Main thing is that dumbbell's on the other side of your body. So again, heels together, a little squeeze in your tush, toes lifting along your heels. 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then plie squat. 1, again, aim your tailbone for the floor. 2 and 3, 4, don't let that arm fall down. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So low pulse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Got that side down. So we're going to go ahead and take this dumbbell, and I'm going to get, again, my spacing, I still am figuring all that out. I'm going to lift this leg and this arm. So if you need to, again, be near something with your, with the non-lifting arm here, you can. I'm just going to go ahead and hold my arm out to the side. So it's arm and leg. 2 and 3 and 4. Have a little bit of push back through that heel that's lifting. 6, 7, and 8. Hold it, little pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Second side. So I'm going to be lifting this leg, dumbbells in this hand. All right, here we go. Arm out, lift, and down. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7. Have a tiny bend in your support leg. 8, and then pulse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Roll those shoulders back. Okay, so we're going to come back to this first side again. And it's literally reaching out and pulling down. I'm going to rotate my knee open. Again, if you can see that, my knee's out to the side. And try to bring my elbow and knee together. Light support here. So it's a pull and a reach. And a pull and a reach. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to do 4 more of these. 4. So you're pulling your rib and your hip toward each other on this side. 2. Last one, and 1. All right. So go ahead and switch sides. Hang on to something if you need to. So it's that arm and that leg. So if I hit the bike here, knees rotated out. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5. So that contraction. 6, 7, 8. 4 more now. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. All right. So if you have a wall, have a place to lean into, or just hold a squat, either one. So I'm going to use the wall here, just that's the way I kind of designed it today, but You're just going to come into a squat. Hold that dumbbell, and we're going to squeeze it. So I'm pushing into it, and I'm just reaching back through my hips, and I'm just going to push that dumbbell out. Feel my core engage. Pull it back. Now I'm going to push it to my right side. Pull it back. Hold that squat. Come on. Out to the front. Pull it back. Left side. Pull it back. Come on. Back to the front. Keep your back, your spine neutral, even though you're folded at the hips. Right side. Straight to the front. Left side, come on. Hopefully your quads are barking at you a little bit. To the front, hold. Pull it in. And relax. Okay. Last thing we're going to do standing. Actually, we'll go ahead and do all our stretches standing too. Last thing we're going to do without stretch. I'm just going to hold the dumbbell in this hand, and I'm just going to literally touch and down. So I've got the dumbbell, I'm holding it, so my thumb is leading. You gotta see that, that's important. When you go over your head, you want your thumb to lead. All right, so you're probably thinking, okay, this isn't such a big deal. How is it? So I've got the dumbbell in my left hand. What happens if I hold my left leg off the floor? There we go. Good. So your hips got to stabilize. Your right leg's got to hold everything up after we've already made those legs work on that bike. Two. Last one. All right. Switch sides. So again, the holding that leg up is optional. So I've got my dumbbell like this, my thumb's going to lead, and just literally touch the palm and down. So this is creating an uneven weight distribution. That's what makes this tricky. And then if you want to go ahead and hold that right leg up, little balance challenge. Good job. Keep it up, guys. I know you're doing it there. I can't see you, but I can see the lines. Let's do two more. All right. All right, we are done with that weight. And let's just go ahead and roll those shoulders forward and back a couple of times. All right. Next Saturday, if you have a Dynaband or even some tubing laying around your house, we're going to be doing something. We're going to be tying it to the bike. Just a little heads up, but that's next Saturday. Let's go ahead and grab that. Grab one leg. You're pushing your foot into your hand and pulling your hand against your foot. Okay, cross that leg over, sit and reach back with the hips. You want to feel it in this hip. Don't skimp on the cool down. This is starting your recovery process, and the better you recover from this workout, the better your next workout's going to be. So you're actually preparing for your next workout right now. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Pull that leg back. And then cross that leg over. Cross-legged stretch. Now stretching definitely has a little more respect than it did 20 or 30 years ago. I've I remember a time when we'd get to the stretching part of the class and you'd watch half the class walk out the door. Now we know how much we need it. All right, hamstring stretch, either put your foot on the frame or on the seat. As an option, if you want to try to reach down to the ground, you can. And I just throw that out there if somebody wants to do that. Switch legs. Again, the frame or the seat. So the second time I'm just going to demonstrate the frame because I'm got myself back into a corner here. I guess I could do the handlebars. That's probably not recommended, so I won't be a bad example for you. So if you do have your foot on the seat and want to try to reach down to the ground, you can do that. Make sure you're taking deep breaths as you're stretching. All right, and take your foot off there. We're just going to hang on to the bike. Pull the hips back, flatten your back. And then bend your knees. Let's go ahead and stand up, stretch up tall. Big breath in. Sweep it down. Let's do one more big breath in. Exhale and relax. Have a great weekend. Have a blessed Easter if you celebrate that. And we will see you next week.